Hello from Canada. In Canadian news this week, a new study out of York University in Ontario has revealed that detransitioners are facing detransphobia. The survey of nearly 1,000 people suggests that many who halt or reverse a gender transition feel poorly supported by LGBTQ groups and gender affirming care practitioners and wish doctors, quote, took a more neutral approach to care. The study is based on an anonymous survey conducted between December 2023 and April 2024 of 957 people aged 16 and older living in the United States or Canada who self identified with experiences of detransition, as well as one on one follow up interviews with 42 selected participants. The research team, made up of mostly LGBTQ identifying researchers, also noted that no formal healthcare guidelines exist to help meet the physical and psychological needs of detrans people, and that they often face social isolation and stigma from the queer community that once wholeheartedly embraced them. 79% of survey participants were female, which tracks with what we know of young girls turning to gender transition as a cure-all for various mental health struggles. One participant stated, I was turned down by 4 surgeons and ghosted by the one who did the mastectomy when describing her search for a surgeon to perform breast reconstruction. Another was quoted, Conservatives want us to speak to them to prove that transitioning is evil. Liberals want to silence us for fear that we will somehow influence trans people to detransition. We're in a horrible space, and it's nearly more painful detransitioning for me than it was just suffering through an identity that didn't fix my problems like everyone said it would. Many participants expressed the need for detrans support groups where they could speak with others in person. Hopefully, these study results will bring some change for those who detransition, as we know that there will be more and more of them in years to come. I'm very curious to see what the reaction of trans rights activists will be, as the reaction to the study out of McMaster that reflected the CAS review was so severe that the authors of that study were cowed into backtracking on their own findings. In other news, Amy Ham announced on X that she will have her first meeting this week between her union and Vancouver Coastal Health. For those who are unaware, Amy is a nurse in Vancouver who was fired for sharing her view that men are not women on her own time. She was then found guilty of professional misconduct. Amy stated that she feels she received less than bare minimum support from her union since this mess began. I believe I can speak for all of WDI Canada's members in wishing Amy the very best of luck. Finally, drafts for WDI Canada's letters on Bill C9, the Combating Hate Act, as well as template letters for those who wish to use them, have been written. I've sent them out to our provincial coordinators for their input, and our members will be receiving those template letters through email at some point this week. Please do reach out to your MPs, whether you choose to use the template letters or write letters of your own. It is free to write letters to MPs and other federal government officials. Alternatively, you can email. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you and have an excellent week.